MS-13 is not a gang in El Salvador. It is a terrorist organization. And this, both sides will tell you, is a war. It's after midnight in Panchimalco. 400 elite officers gather in secret. A massive raid organized with U.S. support, targeting 31 MS-13 members. From top leadership, or ranfleros, to gang associates like Fatima.
In this case, she is the MS-13 member, they say. She works for the state, but on the side, they say she's extorting money from others. They're going through her documents now.
Extortion is the lifeblood of the vast criminal network. Inside MS territory, most of El Salvador, you pay up or you die. Every day in El Salvador, there are about a dozen murders on average. There was just another one. We're on our way. A man in his 20s, tortured and executed. His body dumped on the side of the road.
Están cansados un poquito. You're tired of this. Sí. La verdad que sí. Yeah.
Tired, Officer Jesus Martinez says, because hundreds of El Salvadorans are murdered here every month, and the killer is almost never caught.
They didn't find anybody. They usually get away.
And they are usually kids.
Como una guerra.
They join as teenagers or younger.
12 years old. 13.
And quickly become serial killers.
Homicidio, murder, extorsión.
This 17-year-old confesses he's killed 20 people.
I've been shot 11 times.
Francisco Villarta lived and killed in Southwest Houston.
When you're in a gang, you're not going to let yourself get killed. Exactly. You're going to defend yourself, right? So we had to go out and do what we had to do.
Others here operated in Maryland, Virginia, and Los Angeles.
¿Cuándo? When did you live in the United States?
En el 2001.
2001.
Sí.
¿Y por mucho tiempo estabas ahí?
No, por 5 años, el 2005 me
5 years.
Herbiz, like many others, crossed into the United States as a minor. Hundreds of El Salvadorans are deported from the States every week.
MS-13.
Oscar Saliva is an accused MS-13 from San Francisco.
Did they accuse you of being a gang member? Un pandillero? No. Never.
Julio Correa lived in Galveston.
2017.
Big changes last year.
El Salvador's immigration director says last year the U.S. deported nearly 3 times as many El Salvadoran gangsters as the year before.
I'm leaving next month.
You're going back.
I'm going back.
Going back.
I'm going to try again.
Mauricio Cardosa, a convicted felon, says there's nothing for him here.
Every day in El Salvador, hundreds of people line up for hours, like this, looking for work. But there are only ever a few positions available, and they only pay $5 per day. You want to work, quieren trabajar en mes. They want to work, but there's no work.
No hay oportunidades.
For the young people, para los jóvenes.
No quisiera que sus hijos anduvieran en la calle. No.
I don't want my kids with the gangs. I don't want my kids in the street.
In the capital, San Salvador, a small victory. The largest ever MS-13 trial. 87 members, hundreds of felony charges. Top MS-13 leadership that not long ago enjoyed cell phones, cable, and prostitutes in prison, now kept in isolation. In Panchimalco, 20 additional MS-13 caught. The front lines of a decades-long war. The United States playing an increasingly active role.
Imagine your job in Houston blooming into an incredible opportunity in Tinseltown. A place where ritzy roadsters cruise under palms stretching to the heavens. From the sand to the glitz and glam, Los Angeles is fueled by vibrant color, mind-bending creativity, and its major economic driver, prominently displayed on a hilltop. This is LA, and since late 2015, the Houston Film Commission has relied on Sharon Adams as their Los Angeles representative.
A blockbuster gig focused on luring Hollywood film and television shoots to Houston. She earns a big salary for the job, $174,983.12. The majority of her travel and expenses paid for too, well into the tens of thousands. The Film Commission is not a private entertainment company with deep pockets. It's actually run by the city, and it uses public dollars.
All the leaves are brown.
The Texas Film Commission highlights select film and TV production in the state. In 2017, Fear the Walking Dead and The Sun helped Austin dominate production with 16 projects. Dallas had 10, San Antonio made a cameo at 2. But on the state's list, Houston ended up on the cutting room floor without a single major on-location film or television production. The Houston Film Commission provided its own list, which includes a handful of 2017 productions.
I know that I'm not supposed to be eating.
TLC's My 600-Pound Life.
It's just a matter of time that he would get it.
And Animal Planet's Vet Life are 2 shows they list.
Houston, we have a problem.
But still missing, a Hollywood deal brokered by Sharon Adams with a blockbuster budget or major star power. Even on its own website, the Film Commission has nothing to show for 2017.
I want something good, Chef.
Now, there is one show the Commission likes to tout.
I should have worn my boots.
Tillman Fertitta's $1 Billion Buyer, a CNBC show developed well before Adams arrived out west.
Houston, we're all with you.
Channel 2 Investigates also discovered in its production reports the Film Commission counts news and sporting events, such as a post-Harvey network television interview with J.J. Watt, CBS's Final Four coverage in 2016, and TV production related to the 2017 Super Bowl.
I wouldn't put it in the quarterly reports of the Film Commission.
But it's listed right there, NFL sports for Super Bowl coverage.
Right, but if I'm trying to perfume a pig, of course I'm going to put that in there.
Houston First Corporation funds the Film Commission using money collected from the city's hotel tax. Councilmember Dave Martin represents the city on the group's board of directors.
Thank you.
Martin was in chambers in February when Brenda Bazan took over as president and CEO of Houston First. She told Mayor Sylvester Turner and the council,
one of the cornerstones of my leadership as we go forward will be, and I think you all saw an example of that last night, will be transparency.
Channel 2 Investigates sent Bazan's team multiple requests for an interview about Adams and the commission's work. Bazan had nothing to say. However, her team, in an 11th hour email, says she will sit down with us at the end of May. We tried Sharon Adams too. The Film Commission does not list an office number or business address for Adams in LA. We did eventually find her, but she would not talk on the record. Finally, we tracked down Film Commission Executive Director Rick Ferguson at a public meeting.
The meeting just broke because there's no quorum.
With his schedule suddenly open, we figured Ferguson would make time.
We're hoping to ask you a few questions if you don't mind, since there's some time now available, please.
I actually don't have that amount of time.
You were going to be here for a meeting this morning, sir, that just broke.
Work with these folks and set up something a little later.
Well, we've been trying to reach out to you for weeks, sir.
Thank you very much.
Sir, please. The meeting just broke, and obviously there's an opening on the schedule.
I'll set something up, Mario.
While Ferguson had about as much to say as a silent film, Houston First Senior Vice President of Public Affairs, Robert Jackson, did respond.
Can you point to any major Hollywood film or television show that's been filmed here in Houston in the last 2 years?
$1 Billion Buyer, Little People, My 600-Pound Life.
Jackson failed to name a major Hollywood blockbuster film or television production, and the shows he did reference were in production before Sharon Adams landed in Los Angeles.